in second place in Manila, 2015 second place in Changsha in this competition.
And ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Gilas Pilipinas in their all blue, Chinese Taipei in all white. Thank you again so much for staying up for Gilas Pilipinas today as AJ Edu gets to work inside early. And that will be a foul and 2 free throws here para sa Gilas Pilipinas. Coach, AJ Edu has had a long history of injuries.
Right.
Normally, sinasabi natin that apart from the physical toll of trying to recover from injuries, yung mentality, yung bravery, yung courage to go back into situations kung paano siya na-injure dati or getting contact is one of the biggest hurdles to overcome.
But he has shown that he has already overcome these injuries, embracing the opportunity to represent flag and country. It's not often that you get to play in this situation, not often that you represent flag and country. And he has shown that he has that ability to be able to not really fill in that spot left by Kai Soto, but to be a good complement in terms of frontline force for Gilas Pilipinas.
Here's a chance for Chinese Taipei getting first points on the board. Again, looking back at that last game against Gilas Pilipinas, yung 3-point shooting po nila, 15 of 43. They like shooting threes. That time off the mark as Chinese Taipei loses the possession as well. No score yet here. Coach, gaano ka-importante para sa Gilas Pilipinas na i-set yung defensive tone in this game? Coach Tim Cone is very well known for wanting to control the tempo by making sure that defensively they are airtight.
Clear as day that Coach Tim Cone has stated that
Oh, and what a start here for Gilas Pilipinas. I'm sorry,
No
Coach.
problem.
Pero si Justin Brownlee went up in the air.
defense is going to keep the Philippines afloat in our quest to make it to the quarterfinals first, and then hopefully go deeper and go all the way. And first 2 possessions for the Philippines, trying to establish the inside game because when we talk about pinpoints, dyan tayo nauusan ng gusto ng Chinese Taipei, not just in 3-point shooting, also forcing turnovers, putting ball pressure against the Philippines. Ang Pilipinas naman gusto establish ang inside game, bagay na hindi nagawa laban sa Chinese Taipei last February as Brandon Gilbeck had 5 blocks.
Yes.
And that masterful win by Chinese Taipei, the first time in 12 years that Chinese Taipei has been able to beat a team from the Philippines.
Well, itong Chinese Taipei got their first basket courtesy of the man on the ball. Itong si Robert Hinton. Ito, matake na ang Chinese Taipei. Close range, no good. AJ Edu unable to get the block.
This is a defensive stalwart. The one that AJ had to foul. Brandon Gilbert played 20 minutes for Chinese Taipei in a foul. He was in foul trouble in that match, but nonetheless able to impose himself with 8 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, and 5 blocks. A defensive player of the year, a many-time defensive member of the all-defensive team abroad. Recently naturalized in 2024, plays in Chinese Taipei in the professional league.
It's also interesting to note, Coach, that sa starters ng Gilas Pilipinas, the old reliables, itong si Junior Fajardo, itong si Japet Aguilar, have not started for Coach Tim Cone. We all know how much Coach Tim Cone is a big man coach, so it's no real surprise na si AJ Edu has had a lot of early touches in the paint. What role do you see a Japet Aguilar and a Junior Fajardo playing in this particular tournament?
Well, number one, we were beaten badly in terms of bench points. So, in terms of matching up, Coach Tim Cone definitely will try to pit this player against this following rotation. Dahil nakita na nga ni Coach Tim kung paano naglaro, paano nag-rotate ng mga players itong Chinese Taipei against the SGA team sa Jones Cup. So itatapat mo yung mga alas mo, hoping to get an edge. We talk about the rotation, we talk about the substitution pattern. As we find here, si Jay Perez giving up that foul against Brandon Gilbeck.
Alam mo, Coach, we are seeing a lot of crowd shots here for Gilas Pilipinas.
Parang home court ito ng
Home
Pilipinas.
court to eh. Parang nasa Pasay lang tayo or baka nasa sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. But, of course, we are here in Jeddah. And wherever Gilas goes, the home crowd follows. Here's Hinton yet again, looking for a second field goal. Turn around Jay, no good. Justin Brownlee with the rebound.
And so far, the Philippines has taken away that inside touch of Brandon Gilbeck. At yan ang isa sa nakikita natin na defensive adjustments for the Philippines. Maximum ball pressure early on, something that Chinese Taipei did against the Philippines last February.
Stingy defense para sa Chinese Taipei. Gilas Pilipinas struggling to find any looks late in the shot clock. Oh, they find Justin Brownlee. Couldn't get the foul, couldn't get the basket, but he gets the offensive rebound. And there is going to be a whistle, a push on AJ Edu.
Offensive rebounding. Gilas had 12. Eventually won the rebounding count. 39 against 33. Gilbeck beaten by Edu.
I believe the second foul para sa Chinese Taipei.
Possession count very important.
Mhm.
And so far the Philippines not relying on the three-point line but instead trying to attack the paint. But an offensive foul will be called here.
And that might be on AJ Edu. That's his second foul. So coach, interesting here because that could change the rotation from Coach Tim Cone, forcing the hand moving, maybe Japet Tagalar in, maybe playing Brownlee as small ball 5. A lot of options here for Coach Tim Cone as Jumar Fajardo has stood up from the bench and will be set to enter the game after this possession or the first opportunity.
Rush of
Ming!
helping San Miguel
Ming!
win the Philippine Cup recently, just about a week ago, I believe.
And no rest for the weary. Ito si CJ Perez was also
Ming,
a big
Ming,
part of that
Ming,
win.
Tough shot.
Very tough shot. Chinese Taipei increased their lead here. Slow start for Gilas Pilipinas on the offensive end and another foul here. So the referees
Very
are
tight.
very tight
Right.
on mga off-ball fouls. We've seen a couple already. And if this is going to be the tone for the tournament, aba, that is something to watch out for considering napaka-physical ang Pinoy when they play. As we see Justin Brownlee's alley-oop, courtesy of Chris Newsom.
Right, execution is the name of the game for the Philippines.
Didn't catch it cleanly, coach, but that does not matter. So here we have Chris Newsom finding Justin Brownlee. Backing down. Brownlee takes it strong inside, but still nothing there. Just one field goal so far for Gilas Pilipinas, coach.
Courtesy of Justin Brownlee.
Again, attacking Jumar Fajardo on that sequence. And Chinese Taipei off to a great start here, coach.
7-point run here for Chinese Taipei. 3 2-pointers, 1 free throw, nothing from the 3-point line, but the Philippines so far, 2-point conversion coming from Justin Brownlee for our first basket.
Here's CJ Perez. Settles for the jumper at the free throw line. Not quite there yet. And bodies on the floor
Right.
here. Will be on Chris Newsom.
And so far that has been the trend.
Let's
And to be able to make the adjustment after this two-man game execution.
Let's take a look at that here. And Chris Newsom tripping on, if you see who. And the foul being on Chris Newsom instead. And of course, Coach Tim Cone and the rest of the coaching staff understandably not happy with that.
That's Hu Long Mao, also tasked to contain Justin Brownlee.
Of course, easier said than done for any player.
Very physical.
Again, they also scout the Philippines very well, and normally, even in the PBA, don't see Justin, or rather si Jumar Fajardo is put on the pick and roll action. Nakita natin yan kanina in the initial part of that play for Chinese Taipei as they go in and get another foul. So Lin will have 2 free throws as if you're Coach Tim Cone and you're seeing this struggle offensively para sa Gilas Pilipinas, how do you get them going, Coach?
Well, number one, yes, you're seeing the missed attempts. But what I'm seeing right now is the blow-by moves coming from Chinese Taipei. Team defense is there, but individual defense has to be better. Bailout shots able to be seen here by Chinese Taipei. And as a result, the shot clock is winding down. Nakaka-atake, nakaka-mid-range shot. After the first basket earlier by the Philippines, this is an 8-point run already for Chinese Taipei to build an early 6-point lead.
Ding Chien Lin, who was able to really cause the Philippines a lot of
Galing ito.
problems.
Oo, had a total of 21 points, sharing scoring honors with Gatyaga, firing trip 7 from the 3-ball. Also had the perfect stint from the line, helping out Chinese Taipei survive a fourth quarter uprising coming from
Ming!
the Philippines
Ming!
in the third FIBA window.
Ming! Ming!
Being unable to get
Ming!
Buti lang na-mention mo na perfect siya dati. It's a commentator's curse working in favor of Gilas Pilipinas. Here's CJ Perez on the attack, trying to find Jumar Fajardo. Hinton there to intercept. Here's Hinton. Kick set out up top. Chris Newsom trying to contain him here. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Attacking Jumar Fajardo again. And the shot is good coming from Chinese Taipei. And cue the timeout from Coach Tim Cone. Calvin Oftana set to check in the next chance. But take a look at this. Itong si Chen, who has been one of the top guys sa scouting report ng Gilas